What's up guys, this is Chris here, and today we're going to be looking at the Ruger SR9, which is a gun I've actually never had on the channel and I think is one of the most underrated pistols on the market today, but we're going to have to find out, right? So today we're going to take this affordable gun and we are going to be shooting a couple hundred rounds through it, doing a bunch of drills, having a couple different people shoot it with a couple different ammunition types to see if it's reliable, accurate, and good enough for you to get yourself. Now, this is an interesting gun because a striker-fired polymer frame pistol with a trigger safety, but it has some very interesting ergonomics to it and a pretty decent look too. Considering that you can find these guns for around $300, it made me pretty excited to actually review the thing because it gives a lot of options for people out there who are looking for a self-defense gun, maybe a carry gun, that don't want to spend a lot of money, but they want to get a quality gun and not from some trash company. They want to get it from a decent company like Ruger. Now, Ruger is known for that. They're known for making relatively affordable, if not really affordable, firearms that still work very well, still have a decent warranty, customer service, and all the stuff that you're going to look for when buying an actual self-defense pistol, not just buying an affordable range gun or something like that. So for around the price of $300 to $400, I would say this is very, very affordable. Looking at it on the cover here, it has some pretty decent looks to it. It's got the two-tone sort of nickel finish. It has decent sights to it with the 3-dot white sights, and it looks like this one actually is driftable or adjustable, which is good. We have a 4-inch barrel and a 17-round magazine capacity. Now, it only came with one magazine. Now, whether that's customary, I'm not sure, but that seems to make sense for the price point that it is. Now we'll go down there and take a look at it. We'll shoot a bunch of rounds through it. All right, let's try to put a couple magazines through this. Whoa, I didn't expect to like that so much. I actually really do like this. How about that? I saw you shooting that, and when you chambered it, this loaded chamber indicator came up and it looked like a fucking shark fin. I don't think I've ever seen one so big before. When you were shooting, I was like, what is that thing? Ballin'.
I don't hate it.
I love this. I was looking at the sights and I was pulling the trigger, dry firing it. And that thing coming out, so distracting.
It is distracting. I noticed when I was shooting.
You guys ever seen role models?
To get my bagel dog fixed.
The hot dog goes in and out of the, what is it, the bagel or whatever she has. She's like pushing it out. That's what it reminds me of.
Hey, you got some?
It's good. All right, the Ruger SR9, I would have to say impressed me personally, and I think it impressed the rest of the crew as well. The gun itself has a pretty good recoil impulse, I would say, maybe a little bit harsher than some guns, but certainly less than other guns. And I feel like the sights itself are okay, but maybe the worst part of the gun, I would say that maybe I would get at least some nail polish or something and probably put a high definition front on that. That being said, the gun shot really well. We had 100% reliability, which was certainly better than the Taurus we just shot before this. And for the $300 to $400 price point, I would say the gun pretty much has everything you would need for a handgun. It's a relatively decent size, relatively decent weight. The 4.5 inch barrel with the full-size grip is about the same size as a Glock 17 with the exact same capacity, although the gun itself comes for half the cost of the Glock 17. Now, you don't get the track record, you don't get the aftermarket support of a Glock 17 like accessories and holsters and such, but you do get it for half the price. This gun has a safety, it has single-sided controls, and it was decent enough certainly for a self-defense gun. The grip itself feels really good, the undercut is good, and the trigger is pretty decent. I'll show you the trigger here. It's got a trigger safety on it, and the pull isn't bad. I'd say it's around 5 pounds, and then the reset is probably the weakest part of the trigger, but still really good. As you can see during the video, we had no problem making fast and accurate follow-up shots, which is all that matters. Serrations of the gun are pretty easy to get a hold of. However, the spring is a little bit stiff. So if you have elderly hands, stuff like that, maybe find a different gun because this one is a little bit harder to pull back than even a Glock 17. Manual safety on the left and the right side, it is full ambi, but I do not personally like this safety all that much. It is very difficult to take the safety off, and I don't personally like that. I feel like if you're going to put a safety on a gun, it should be a 1911 style safety. So it is integrated in the battery of arms, and you can get used to it, and you won't ever not turn it on, because that is the biggest downside to a safety after all, is that sometimes it's on when you don't want it to be on. Some people won't carry without a safety, and for that, they at least have a model here that you can get. Now, I'm not sure if all of them have a safety or not. Mine did, the one I purchased, so that's just the one I'm going to be reviewing. Now, the cool thing about it is even for the price point, we have an accessory rail up front, so you could put an X300 or a TLR1, which would be more in line with the price of the gun. I would say you could put maybe a Streamlight TLR1 on here and have a pretty formidable home defense gun for the price of around $400, which is saying a lot because it is light enough so you could easily carry this all day as well. Kind of a do-it-all handgun, and for around that same cost of $300 to $400, I would say it's probably the most underrated pistol that I've ever found on the channel. These have been around here for a long time. I see these in gun stores all the time. Holsters are available for these. I've seen some videos on these, but nothing really that blew my hair back. I didn't exactly expect this to perform as well as it did. I'm gonna be honest with you. We shot 3 different types of ammunition, all 115 grain. We didn't use any defensive ammunition, but I think it did well enough in the first shots to warrant a 1,000-round review, or at least a full review at some point. So I doubt this is the last time you'll be seeing the Ruger SR9. Again, I think a sort of along the lines of the CZP-10 series, really criminally underrated, really affordable, and I think these are going to be hopefully more popular in the future, especially now that people are looking for more affordable guns than ever. I think this is going to be a solid option. Ruger is known for stuff like that anyway. They are known for making affordable guns that just work, and I think they have another one here. Some of the things that I didn't love about the gun, again, the spring was a little bit tight. The recoil impulse was a little bit more than even the Taurus TH9, which we shot earlier, but different action. Now, the thing that was interesting was the shark fin. When you load this gun, this loaded when up, the loaded chamber indicator really goes up. I mean, it's like this high. It was like as high as the sights, and it reminded me of a little shark fin. Second thing is, when you're about to pull the trigger, this little weird dildo looking thing in the back here comes out, and that was a little bit distracting, I will say. But if Michael Myers is in your house with a kitchen knife, you won't notice the little dildo coming at your head. You'll just notice Michael Myers with the kitchen knife. Well, hopefully anyway. Hopefully he doesn't have a dildo also and he's throwing that at you. Anyway, I think that for the money, you can't do much better than this, and I think if you find one, you're probably all right with it. That being said, I'm not going to completely recommend it because who knows what can happen in another 750 rounds. We'll just have to find out. So a couple months from now, you'll be seeing it on the channel again. We'll do a full reveal. Hell, it's cheap enough. We'll probably even throw it in the mud. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Please support your local homeless shelters, and remember to recycle and watch out for dildos.